My name is Ino, and we are going to revise together programming. So, what is programming? Programming, that is just the process of writing a program. And then we are going to talk about C++ program. So, a C++ program, that is just the text-based sequence of instruction written in high performance oriented by C++ programming language. And under C++ program, we are going to talk much about the stages involved in writing C++. So we can start. So the first stage is what we call preprocessor and namespace. So under preprocessor and namespace, we have hashtag, include, string. So the role of hashtag include string is that it includes the input and output library so that we can use cout to display information and cin to input information. So it includes input or output stream library so that we can use cin to get input and cout to display information. So under preprocessor and namespace, another thing that we can talk about is using namespace std. So using namespace std with a full colon there. So what you should understand is that the role of using namespace std. So that one allows us to directly use cin and cout instead of std cin and std cout. So this one, it tells a compiler to directly use cin and cout instead of std cin and std cout every time. So this is what involved about the preprocessor and the namespace. They are just two things. So hashtag includes string and the using namespace. So we are going also to talk about the second part, which is So under the main function, we have int main open bracket, close bracket, and then this part. So the role of this part, that is just the entry point or the starting point of any C++ program. That is where execution of program starts. So set it is the entry point or starting point of a program C++ program. So under the main function, this is what is all about. So we are going to move to the third part. So the third part, that is variable declaration. So what you should understand is that a variable that is just a container that stores information, or other people they define to say that that is just the named location in a computer memory that is used to store information while the program is what? Running. Now, a good example, I'll say a bottle. So a label, bottle. So what you should understand is that, let's assume this is our bottle. This is the bottle that you are having. This is the bottle. So this bottle contains a label. So the role of this label is to tell us what is inside the what? Inside the bottle, which is water. So the same way the label tells us what is inside the bottle, that is how the what? The variable works. In short, it tells us what is inside the what? The computer's memory. Now, another thing that you have to know is that, what does it mean to say declaring a variable? So declaring a variable simply means that telling a compiler the type of data type and the variable name. So in short, I'm going to show you the table having the data type and the content it stores. So I'll write data type so we have int. This one only stores what? Or numbers. And then we also have float. This one stores what? Decimal numbers. And then apart from that, we have double, which stores large decimal numbers. So apart from that, we also have boolean that contains true represented by 1 and what? False represented by what? 0. Another thing, we have the character. So this one only shows one character. So now what you should understand is that the role of data type is that it tells a compiler what information the variable is storing. So in this case, I'll take double to show what? To show the large decimal numbers. So I'll say double Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, average, so this, the way I've presented this information, this simply tells us to say I've declared the what? The variable. So this double shows the what? The data type. This one is the one that is going to command now the C++ program to say, oh, the type of information or the thing that you are dealing with is the average. So from there, we can now proceed to the fourth part. So this is user input. This is where now I'm going to use C in M1. So the row of C in M1, this one poses the program. It poses the program and tells the user to input what? A number of the mark, number of mark, so that it can be stored in a variable. So now this part is going to happen repeatedly because we have M2, M3. So from there, I can now proceed to the fifth part, which is calculation. Under calculation is just to write a formula. So average is equals to M1 plus M2 plus M3. So you writing like this, it simply means that now you are calculating what you inputted there. So this, like I said, at user's input, these patterns, they are going to repeat itself because you have to also cover for M2 and M3. You are going to say C in M1 just like that. So from there, I can now proceed to the next one. So the next one, that is just output and termination. So under output, you are going to say C out the average mark you have to use small letters. So this is int L. So the row of int L is going to insert the next line to say that the program is about to successfully finish. So from there we can go now to what? Return 0. So return 0, this simply shows that the program is now successfully done. But once you just reach under return 0, you have now to close the brackets. Initially, int main, open brackets, you wrote previously to say int main like this, and then you open the bracket. So you have to write in the next line to say, to show that you have terminated your program. You have managed to execute your program. So these are the steps that are involved in the writing C++ program. So if you have found this video interesting, don't forget to like, also subscribe for more videos. Thank you so much.